Get it?
Yes, indeed. We live, big dog.
Yes, sir.
So we got us a very interesting one today, big brother.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, indeed.
Malik Hooker versus Micah Parsons. Who right? Who wrong?
How's you got a little something going on with your mic? Maybe.
Oh man. I just turned it up. Is it better now, big dog?
It's a little loud, I believe.
Oh, okay. Let me turn it down. So, what about now?
Turn up a little bit more, and you should be good.
Okay. I promise you, I put them knobs right there in the middle. I promise you.
Yeah, you good now, I believe. Let the people let us know how you sounding on that end.
Okay, I'm looking at the comments, man. Y'all let us know, man. How am I sounding? Is it too much? Is it just right? If it's just
now, sound like to me.
Okay, all right. Because we got to get down to the nitty and the gritty.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Because it's always scandalous, man. It's always something nefarious, as you say, brother. Absolutely. It's always something nefarious. So I can't just kind of wait to get into this. You know, matter of fact, we gonna just kick this whole thing all the way out, big brother. We gonna kick this whole thing out. Let's just get to the meat. Here we go.
You know, and I ain't trying to get you in trouble. I really don't care. But I gotta ask you this question: How you feel about Micah having a podcast during the season? How you feel about that?
Honestly, man, like, and this is me. Like, I'm one of those guys. Like, I'm not into that type of stuff. You know, some guys it works for. You know, like you see the Jason Kelce's and guys like that who are successful with the podcast as well as performing on the field and having success with it. So I don't have a problem with it. I feel like a lot of these guys, though, they just get on there sometimes and they start falling into the part of, you know, just saying stuff that, you know, for the clicks and, you know, having people to come view and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't have no problem with it. My thing would be, though, for Micah, my advice would be for Micah would be, you know, just make sure we're all right, you know, we're.
Let's stop right there real quick. We gonna break this down little by little. So the first thing he said is make sure we all right. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. I just don't support some of the stuff that they said on here. Like he should have been able to dodge the question a little bit, because, you know, I stood on principle about a lot of stuff that Micah Parsons said, you know, when we had our debate / discussion at the time. And it's
you talking about the one you lost, that debate you lost?
Nah, the one I had, you know, I had slayed 2 dragons at one time, you know what I'm saying, on some John Stark type stuff. So, you know, I was pretty much the dominant figure over there. But, you know, I just don't support that, man. Like, when you get to talk about people money, I just don't think it's smart, man. I just don't think it's smart. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that's the smart thing to do. It's too much politics. It's too much of a fragile situation. That's just my opinion. And, you know, even if you're doing it in a positive way, you still could be messing something up. So I think it's just better to just, you know, stay hands off of that. That's all.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I always said, you know, when it comes to Micah's podcast, matter of fact, let me put up what I said on Twitter. That's the best thing to do. Let me just share my actual thoughts. Give me 1 second. All right, so if you look at my actual thoughts, what I've actually said on Twitter, and I still stand by it, is any Cowboys play on the podcast or has their own is always playing with matches while walking on gasoline.
Facts.
And it's just what it is. But I'm not against it, but I think it should be some barriers that all of them should be aware of. Yeah. Specifically, I said never talk negatively about a teammate, even if directly asked. Never give bulletin board material to opponents. So when Malik Hooker said, man, just make sure we straight. You know what I mean? That's one of the things I'm talking about. What's your thoughts on that, Len?
I mean, like you said, it's some muddy waters you stepping in, because this is just my opinion. You know, I got to keep it real. I can't sleep at night if I don't say what I got to say, right? So I just feel like for Malik to have to feel like he got to say that, to me, it's a little concerning. You know what I'm saying? For him to say, oh, and if you talking about the focus and all of that, you know what he said? He said something about the focus and all of that. I don't think that should go without saying. You see what I'm saying? And that'll make somebody that's thinking nefariously feel like, hey, is that a possibility that he was lacking in that area? You see what I'm saying? Even if you bring it up, it's almost kind of like you assigning guilt to me. So it's like, because if it wasn't a cause for concern, if there was no smoke with his fire, you wouldn't have said it. You see what I'm saying? So I just think it's all the way a tested type situation, man, when you saying stuff like that. So, you know, but on the to play devil's advocate to the whole thing, you gotta ask yourself, at what point do you feel like you must say something if it's hindering the team? How you feel about that, boss?
To who?
To anybody. If you feel like it's something that a teammate or somebody is doing that's hindering the team, what point do you say, okay, I know I'm gonna just have to say it? You see what I'm saying?
That's every day. Exactly. I think it depends on the how. That's the key. It's the how, right?
Not about what you do, it's how you do it. Yeah.
It's how you do it. So, you know, it's the same relationship me and you have. Like, if we disagree, you go come to me. You know, right. You go come to me, whether you text it to me, whether you call me about it. If you got a problem, you go come to me and I'm going to do the same. Now, if I come to the public about something that me and you might have a disagreement on, then now it done turned to a whole different level. My how has totally switched up, right? So, you know, my whole thoughts, man, just keeping it real, man, on both of these bars and everybody. Let me turn off this music before I play this part, because I really mean this part I'm finna play, man. I want y'all to really hear this, man. I really do.
Y'all shut the up.
Yeah, man, you know where that's from, huh? Remember that?
Yeah.
From Minister Society.
Yeah.
And that goes to everybody that's associated with the Dallas Cowboys, man. Is when it come down to talk, see, and that's why I was saying last time, like, even when you speaking righteous, sometimes you got to be very aware. You know what I mean? Because, like, for instance, you had a problem last time me and you debated where you lost, where Micah Parsons.
I don't.
No, you super lost that, big dog. Like, you really did. You exponentially lost that. I was actually disappointed that you tried me. Like, it was horrible.
I hate that you had to call for backup and still lose in the public like that. But you know,
I mean, I didn't lose. Because I remember you, Micah Parsons came out and he spoke about wanting CeeDee Lamb to get the bag, but he said a number,
which was a
but I'm saying, but his intentions was obviously what? Good. But it still could be taken back in the public, and it could also do what? Mess up negotiations. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Right? You know, but I'm saying though, but his intentions, we can both agree, was what?
It was probably good for CeeDee. Yeah. He had good intentions for CeeDee Lamb. But I think you forget what my problem was. My intentions are good for the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the team. I'm a CeeDee Lamb fan, I'm a Dak fan, I'm a Micah fan, but I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan first. So if all of these guys get traded, I'm going to be here mad as hell, but I'm going to still be here. So, I mean, I'm always going to be the star of everything, man. That's just how I got to be. You know what I'm saying? This is such a fragile game and business. You never know what's going to happen the next day. So, you know, I'm going to always root for the team first, bro. That's just the way it got to be. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at you, man. I'm going to play this and we go keep at it. Let's go.
And being where your feet are, because if we're at work and, you know, the run game's terrible, but you're doing a podcast every week and you know the run game is terrible, then, you know, what are you really caring about? Are you caring about the crowd that, you know, is watching your podcast? Are you caring about the success of our team and the Super Bowl that we're trying to reach?
Let's talk about that. It looked like that touched your spirit. Did that touch your spirit?
That one right there, like
that touched your spirit or something? Or what happened to you?
He sound like he just reached for a clip then. I ain't gonna lie. He taking big shots.
You felt like that was shots?
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's explain that.
Because like I said, he didn't say that was the case, But like people got to realize if you bringing it up, it matters. Think about that. Listen, because then look, he pretty much basically said it. Like he's just trying to tiptoe around it. Think about this. He said if the run game is bad, boss, what's the run game bad?
It was bad.
What's stopping the run bad?
It was bad.
Okay, but did you hear how he put that in the context he put it in? He said if the run game bad and you're doing a podcast, that's guilt right now because the run game was bad and Micah was doing a podcast. Like them big shots. It's not
Hold on, bro. Wait.
It's not a hypothetical no more.
Let me rewind that real quick. Let me just make sure you ain't tripping. Let me make sure you ain't putting no words in his mouth real quick.
That's terrible, but you're doing a podcast every week and so we're all right, where and being where your feet are, because if we're at work and the run game's terrible, but you're doing a podcast every week and the run game is terrible, then what are you really caring about? Are you caring about the crowd that is watching your podcast? Are you caring about the success of our team and the Super Bowl that we're trying to reach?
I ain't putting no words in nobody's mouth.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening.
Did he not just say that?
Or he did say that, but I ain't gonna also ignore the fact that you can kind of connect some dots, because that's what you're doing. You connecting dots. You saying basic.
Okay, this is all I'm gonna say. We heard what Malik said, right? Put that over here to the right. This is my right. Maybe y'all left. Put that over there. Then you think about the hypothetical situation that he brought up.
Right.
Was that a factual situation? If the run game is bad and you're doing a podcast, are those two things factual things? Yay, nay?
Extra factual.
How could that be a hypothetical now? You just said two things, but that was factual. Now it's factual. Now it's truth. You said if we can't stop the run, which we all know we couldn't, then you said you on the podcast every day. Then you just asked him what is his real intentions. Are you worried about getting better for the team, or are you worried about getting people to watch your podcast? All of that is a shot, bro. And that's why Micah was so in his feelings that he had to respond. That's why right now. That's why right now. It's no denying it. This is no longer a hypothetical situation when he started naming stuff that actually happened.
Let's go to Micah in his feelings then. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, man. This comes from the Five Talks Cowboys, where Micah said, "Wish you said this to me instead of on a podcast." He has since deleted it.
That's even worse. Go ahead.
You think that's worse?
That's worse. Yes. If you gonna say something, stand on it. Y'all can make up. Y'all can, you know what I'm saying?
He can't stand on that though. He can't stand on that. Nah, but you can't stand on it.
He said it though.
But he did say it, but you can't stand on it. You know why he can't stand on it?
Why?
Because he did it.
That's a character flaw. That ain't my concern.
Yeah, but
that's showing a
see,
flaw in the
that goes to this clip right here.
Both of y'all shut the fuck up.
Right? That goes to that. Like that's why nobody need to say nothing about no teammates at all, bro. Like, I mean, only things that are good. It don't even matter if they ask you directly. You see what I'm saying? Because you see what it's leading to. You see what is, even if you righteous, don't say nothing. If I was offsides, don't say it. If I was somebody that said we was tired, don't say nothing about me tripping up. Like Tank, he tripped up. We agree on that. We agree, right? He said something wrong. But if you ask me and I'm his teammate and I play defense with him, I'm finna spin all the way around that.
I'm finna tap dance around that. So
you see what I'm saying? So like I think all them boys need to have a huddle up. Like it need to be a rule, a etiquette rule where everybody.
Boss, I gotta ask you this.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you this. Listen, the reason I feel like I ain't trying to make it a big alarm in the nation, bro, but I gotta be truthful on how I feel about this. All right, listen. When we think about it, how do we know the etiquette? We're not players. You think we need to be teaching them etiquette?
Yes.
They got PR people. They got a whole team representing.
Well, they not listening to him.
Listen
So,
what
like,
I'm saying. Bro,
all right.
you done been in them events, boss.
Yeah.
You boots to the ground. You get out. You got to talk to their agent before you even talk to them. You see what I'm saying? We don't got no buffer like that. We have no buffer. It's us. We know better than that. So is it that they was too ignorant to have the etiquette, or they was just too disrespectful to have it?
I say ignorant, bro. I would bet $1 million they're ignorant to it. And see, when we say ignorant really means you don't know. I know you saying it. Yeah. I know you saying it. People think we saying it different than what we saying it in this perfect context. Ignorant is you don't know.
Yeah.
You're
not aware. Yeah.
You're not aware. So is I don't think they're aware. See, Belichick had a rule, landlord. He had a rule that he enforced. If you ever talked about your teammates, Belichick punished you for that. Like he punished Edelman in the playoffs for talking about his teammates. Just in any kind of negative light. You could be right. So it's where I'm really mean. They need to have a team huddle up and be like, bro, this is how we got to conduct ourselves. See, because this is why I always say, and I mean this, because like some people really do believe Micah Parsons is treated unfairly because he's not treated like Kelsey with his podcast. It's totally not equivalent because Kelsey, even though they play for and they Super Bowl champs and all of that, they're never going to have a profile of the Dallas Cowboys. No. It's always some drama that they looking to drum up with us.
Studying KC outside.
Ain't nobody caring about no KC, man.
If KC stop winning Super Bowl, they're going to be just like New England. They're going to disappear. No one's going to care. Like if Patrick Mahomes get traded tomorrow, you won't see another KC headline for about the next 50 years. I'm telling you straight up. If that get traded tomorrow, you're going to see Dallas everywhere on every radio station.
Right.
It's still going to happen.
So you always walking on gasoline. And see, you know the saddest part about this? They was setting him up the whole time.
That's a malicious question.
Man, if you look at the questions and you look at the whole setup of the interview, it was first questions to kind of warm him up, break the ice, asking him about him, asking him about Ohio State. But when it got into the questions, it was questions like, what do Malik Hooker think of Micah's podcast during the season? Something that would go viral if he says something negative.
You got the question though. Hold on. Go back to that one. I'm finna let you cook, but I just want to make sure you don't miss this.
Yeah.
What do Malik Hooker think of Micah's podcast during the season? You see how specific it is?
It was trying to draw out negativity. It's right. Yes. Yeah. And so you up there, an innocent cowboy, thinking you answering a question where they just really trying to draw out a viral moment out of you.
They poking you. Yeah.
They poking you. And that's where all of them gotta just
y'all shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? It needs to be a rule, right? It needs to be a rule. Like, bro, when it come down to anything with my teammates, negative, I don't never say nothing. It could be true. It's like you got to treat it like family. Like that's supposed to be the rule in anybody's household. Is if I got an issue with somebody in my family, the neighbor don't need to know, the mama don't need to know, the mother-in-law don't need to know, the father. That need to be between us. That need to be a rule between all of them.
This would be a quick analogy, but listen, I really feel like, you know, these days you could never pull this off, but I remember back in the day, like when my brother used to get locked up or something, and they be like, where your brother? He be like, oh, he went visit our folks. You know what I'm saying? He out of town or something. Like we never used to say like, oh, he's in jail. Like you can't pull that off these days because, you know, this social media era, everybody know your business.
Right.
But he was on a vacation. Like he was gone to see our folks somewhere. He was never in jail. So we ain't gonna just sit up there and tell the neighbor, hey, where your brother at? Oh, he in jail. Like we're not gonna tell him that. We're gonna be like, well, you know, he went to go visit some of our folks somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how you do it. You supposed to, you know, take up for your family. You don't supposed to tell all your business out in the streets, bro. You just don't do that.
Because these people are trying to poke it out of you, just like when Stephen A was asking Micah Parsons about, hey, what you think about what Tank said about y'all being tired?
Just messy.
Yeah, cause I'm trying to get a viral moment. I'm trying to get you to go off on him, which happened, right? And then now this whole viral moment is going on your teammate, and your teammate is looking at his own name in the headlines in a negative fashion.
Now that's why, look, that's one of the reasons, like, I don't think this get brought up enough. Like, when we talk about, I don't have a problem with Micah having a podcast. My problem is, what is one of the main ops of our team? Tell me media ain't up there. You see what I'm saying? Like, is media not one of our biggest ops?
It's like way up there.
So when you a podcaster to the level of Micah, you a part of the media, bro. You are a part of the media, Micah. I don't know if you want to believe that or you want to feel that way. You are. So even though, like you said, even though you might be using this with a harmless intent, but your stuff can still be weaponized. It can be. You see what I'm saying? You are a part of the media. You remember what I said when we was on the phone? I'm like, bro, you can be speaking, say for instance, and this stuff that people don't think about. If Micah say, okay, this is my top 5 quarterbacks, and he named 5 quarterbacks, let's just say, for instance, we playing Miami next week. All right, he named his top 5 quarterbacks, and he didn't put Tua in them. Like, even him not saying his name is a problem. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna fuel people. Like, I know some people don't get it, but it's just, that's how competition works. You ain't even got to say his name. You name your top 5 wide receivers, and you don't put Justin Jefferson in there, or you don't put Jamar Chase in there, and we play them next week. Don't you think that's gonna burn some fuel in them boys? That's gonna motivate them. You see what I'm saying?
All day. That's why I say it's 2 things they need to stay away from. Talking in any kind of negative connotation about my teammate. 2, anybody that's on our schedule or could potentially be on our schedule, we ain't giving them no bulletin board material. Because those are also Belichick's rules. Those were his 2 rules when you're dealing with the public.
You want to know something, though? That'll never happen. Because Micah talks about the whole NFL. And Bleacher Report, and him being a big wig at Bleacher Report, they going to ask him everything about what's going on currently in the NFL. And
well, he the president. He got to put his foot down. Because if he don't, then Malik is right.
And he's a part of the media.
I'm with you, but then as the president, you got to say, hey, I got some boundaries that I don't cross as president. I'm the president.
Listen. This is why people don't understand. We're not saying we got a problem with Micah having a podcast. What we're saying is, it's just the nature of his podcast. Because look at Brock Hoffman, the 8th round. I absolutely love Brock Hoffman podcast. I ain't got nothing to say about it, because guess what he do? He highlight his players. He giving us more insight on his team. He's featuring his teammates. He's not dogging them out. He's not asking them no weird questions. He's just giving us more insight on his team. He only talk about the Cowboys. That's not a problem. That's not stirring up no mess, no drama, nowhere. That's not bothering nobody. That ain't doing that but being a service to us fans. That's it.
Yeah.
That's innocent and harmless, bro. I would never say nothing about his. You see what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question.
Doing no damage nowhere.
Was Malik Hooker wrong?
He was wrong for getting so in depth. But like I said, in my opinion, I just gotta ask. I don't know what level of boiling point Malik was at. Maybe Malik was already there, and it just had to feel like
he could be there. But was he right or wrong? Was it good for the team?
It was bad for the team.
I say absolutely. Yeah, I say he shouldn't have said it.
But okay, it's the same stuff I was saying about Micah, though, boss.
Yeah, I mean, but see,
he was okay.
But no. It wasn't like that. Now you got to hear me out.
Okay.
Because remember on the details of what I was saying things that are not really relative or as important. Like for instance, I did a whole show on like know your surroundings when you know with Ant-Man. The Mavericks was playing for a championship, and you was bigging up Ant-Man. Now, at that time, I started looking around, and it was a whole lot of like super false, fake hypocrisy going on these OTAs, where they was questioning his leadership. And when you look in research, you say, wait a minute, He did the exact same thing last year. So while I'm talking about Ant-Man, which is like important for his image and his PR and how to move in Dallas and making sure the fans are behind him, my righteousness could have been used as a weapon to get thrown in the box of everybody else that was questioning his leadership. So in that moment, I was like, I'm gonna pick my battles. That's what I was saying. Now, this particular thing is different because this is about teammates and morale. The one thing that people got to keep in mind about this whole thing that's clear and crystal clear, Landlord, this clearly shows you that it's a possibility that podcast could affect his teammates. You can't ignore it now. Now, if we talking about fans and our opinions, spit on that, stomp on that. But if two of that, you know what I mean? You know, well,
but you know.
Man, how you bait me into that, big dog? Like, I can't even take that back. But
It's
anyway,
viral, man. It's just a viral, funny moment.
Yeah, man. Like, but it's something I shouldn't be saying how to it at, man. It just, I'm trying to figure out how to back up out that. But anyway, I can't. I put it like this.
It's
Yeah.
noise, man. It don't matter what you know. Pause. Just leave it alone, bro.
But this is the deal. If we all being honest, it's clearly showing though, Landlord, that there are some teammates and possibility that some teammates could look at it with a side eye, depending on what's going on with the field.
Exactly. He said exactly that. That's what made me think about it. It's like he's putting parameters on it. That right there let you know how he feel about it. He said that he's not that kind of guy off the rip. He said, I don't fool with it. You know what I'm saying? He let you know off the bat that ain't what he do. He said, hey, I ain't that kind of guy. But, you know, long as he started putting his parameters on it, right? He said, I don't fool with it. But, you know,
if we not stopping the run and you doing your podcast, yeah, that's basically saying you got one guy on the team. If that defense ain't rolling, he has a problem with it.
I got a comment over here. If you want to, we could wait till the
I still super chat. Let's get it.
Go ahead. Shout out to you guys support with the 555 super chat. Appreciate you. She says, how do you feel about Micah's podcast still a question being asked? It's a motherfucking setup. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
It's a op. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Run his off YouTube. Exactly.
Ooh, I like her.
She went hard.
Like her.
She just banged on him. Yeah.
Let's go back to that because that's what I was saying, bro.
That's obviously a setup. Yeah.
And this is let me tell you the worst part. He did it in a way that was based on brotherhood. He used the Ebonics language. He really softened to set up Malik. Man, don't give me that. Don't talk about a man money. Like all of that was basically trying to listen people's money and all that. Who should they pay first, man? You see how he talking to him? Like he trying to get you comfortable. Like he talking to you in the lane. He talk to you in your hood language to break you down, bro. Nefarious. And then when you look at the order of the questions, you know I broke this down.
Yeah.
The only soft question he asked was thoughts on Zimmer defense. But every question after that was designed to go viral. The next question was, what do Malik Hooker think of Micah's podcast during the season? The next question was, what does Malik Hooker think about Philly being favored to win the East? That's trying to get you to talk against your ops. You feel me? The next question, Malik Hooker was asked, who should be paid first out of the guys' way? Those are all setups, bro.
Listen, this is what I want to say, though. People don't realize, like, screw it. It's gonna just have to be a shameless plug moment for the whole space then. Cause we ain't even asking y'all malicious questions like that. You know what I'm saying? We understand the etiquette. We don't want to ruin our team. But y'all don't run to these major people who are already millionaires and make a fool out of y'all.
Preach.
We gonna take care of you.
What did we ask, Landlord? What did we talk about? Remember?
Guess what we gonna talk about out of all that crazy stuff they talked about? Guess what new media gonna talk about? We gonna talk about football.
Right.
That's something that they did.
Because see, we interviewed Malik. It was none of these old viral gotcha questions. None of this.
But look, them guys be running to go interview with those people.
Yeah, but we the ones they supposed to trust because we about football.
We about helping y'all. We support y'all. You see what I'm saying? Them dudes don't care about y'all. We actually support y'all. We actually spend money to come support y'all. We actually leaving our house, taking flights to support y'all. We actually going to games to support y'all, buying jerseys, merch. We doing everything to support y'all. And y'all still hesitant to come support our podcast. But y'all will go run to the major people.
The setup artists, the ones who trying to set you up. See, because this the thing, Keyshawn never trust a man that got them questions in his hand. Was that a bar? Never trust a man that got the questions already sitting in his hand. Like if you just look at it, bro, he already had his cue cards and he set them all up. Listen, like if you listen real close to how he set up that question. Listen, hold on, we will go back.
You're a veteran now, whatnot. How you feeling? Be honest with me though, and I ain't trying to get you in trouble. I really don't care.
Whoa!
I really don't care.
I ain't trying to get you in trouble as he tried to get you in trouble.
But I really don't care.
But you really don't care, but that's your first major question.
Malicious,
nefarious, bro.
Yes.
Like perfectly nefarious. And then what did it do? It draw you into a fight with your homie. It drew you into a fight with your own homie, bro. And he didn't care at all. He just wanted the clicks, bro. Like, yeah, he just
you let him play you, bro. You got played.
Did you hear how his son asked that question on Philly? He say, I'm into gambling, so that's why I'm interested in why Philly is favored. Like everything was designed to try to get him to drop his guard.
This is what I want to ask you, boss. We interview players. We got both our channels, both our platforms. We interview several players. So I want to ask you, would you would have asked that question?
Which one? He had, okay, you talking about the money question?
How Micah Parsons feel about, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about Micah Parsons?
Oh, man, absolutely not.
We got etiquette. We wouldn't have asked you that.
Never.
You know how messy that is. And then guess what? It's disrespectful to your guests. Because guess what? Is Malik Hooker Micah Parsons? Is Malik Hooker Micah Parsons representation? Why are you asking Malik Hooker about Micah Parsons at all? Anything outside of football? Why are you asking Malik Hooker about people's contracts? You shouldn't have to do any of that. You are interviewing Malik Hooker. That's really disrespectful. Think about it. That's just like a girl you like. You walk up on her and you like, what's happening, baby? She be like, oh, what the OC at?
Man, hey.
You see what I'm saying?
Get your.
You see what I'm saying? That's a diss for real. That's a diss for real. Like, you talking to me. Why are you bringing up all these other people?
Why you playing with me, girl?
I got my money. Look, Malik Hooker, I got my money already. I already got my contract. You see what I'm saying? I already got my contract. So why you ain't talking about how I feel about being here for a couple of more years? Why you ain't talking about how I feel about being a new safety in this new defense with Mike Zimmer? Why you ain't asking me football questions? That's a red flag. That's an alarm right now. That's all I'm saying. That's an alarm.
And you ain't told no lies. You said all facts, my brother. So once again, Cowboys, y'all need to have a huddle up, bro. Every one of y'all.
Y'all shut the fuck up.
It need to be understood that everybody shuts up when it come down to talking about each other. You know what I mean? Because it make everybody look bad. Because see, Malik Hooker, even though he was keeping it real, and I like Malik Hooker a lot. Like, was anybody more humble that we interviewed, bro? Was anybody cooler? Like, did anybody really go out his way to really represent new media and shout out boys? Dapped up Law was like, I watch you. You know what I mean? Like, he showed epic love. Yeah. So, like, we got a lot of reasons to root for him, but y'all need to go to the lab.
And then I asked him, I asked him a spicy question, but not a controversial question. What I asked about the safety room.
That was Wes. Wes asked him
a good one. I asked him a good
because I remember what Wes asked. This is what impressed me about him. Wes asked him, which one of these young bulls do you expect? And he said, can I say 2?
Yeah. He talked about Malik. I mean, Micah and Ranye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he named his competitors. See, that's when I knew he was a real one.
I think I asked him, like, was they the best safety room in the league or something? I asked him something like that, and he stood on it. And that's like,
yeah, you did. I remember.
You know what I'm saying? You ask something like that. That's kind of like, it's still giving your team confidence. It ain't really dissing nobody. But, like, you just don't get that nasty. And I shout out to West Coast in the building, too.
What's up, Wes?
But I just wouldn't have got that dirty, bro. Like, it's just a way you... And then even if you gonna ask something anywhere in that ballpark, it's a way that you know what I'm saying, state it to make it to a innocent like role. Like it shouldn't be like that, bro. Like that's not good for your team, man. And then, like I said, this gonna be real quick. If you a player, like you got the etiquette, bro, y'all got the PC skills, y'all been trained. A lot of y'all been trained. Y'all got agents. I'm sure them people talk to y'all about what to say and what not to say. A lot. That's part of their job. It gotta be. So it should be a little easier for y'all to tiptoe around some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just need to be understood. Yeah. Like, let's role play it real quick. Ask me about Micah's podcast and then ask me about Tank and what he said. I'm gonna be them.
So, Mr. Boss Cowboy, how do you feel about Micah Parsons having a podcast during the season, not the off season, but during the season?
Oh man, my man go do his thing. It's the way it's done now. I ain't got no problems with it. Next question. How
do you feel about DeMarcus Lawrence saying that he was tired? Like, was you tired, or do you relate? Do you feel like he said the right thing at the right time? How you feel about his comment?
He said that?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. When did he say that? Straight lie. You're
lying like a mother.
He said what?
He said when? Like, I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, I don't know.
What? Like, okay, tell me what he said.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I want to hear it. Tired. He said he was tired.
He said he was tired or we was tired.
I think he said he was tired.
Okay, well, like I didn't hear the clip, so out of respect of my brother, I'm never gonna speak on something that I didn't hear directly. So I need to hear it first. But in terms of his effort, I ain't gonna never question him. So if he said he was tired, I'm shocked because I know how he played. My boy gave all he got. He a down the field. So if he said that, I'm gonna be honest, I don't believe he said it. I don't believe it because I know how he played.
And if he said it, that ain't what he meant. You know,
if he said it, he was basically trying to tell y'all he probably wanted to just get up and leave. Because I know how
out of y'all. That's
I guarantee you that's what it was. See, they need to all shut up, bro. That needs to be the rule.
Yeah,
for real. That needs to be the rule.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know. It just made me question it though, bro. Because like, bro, even if you ain't media savvy, you still should be quick on your feet at times.
You gotta be even if you ain't quick on your feet, just don't say nothing. You can even say, bro, I ain't answering that.
Next question.
Yeah, next question. Next question. I know the rules. We got a pact. We all joined hands and we all said we ain't saying nothing, even if you at fault. See, because
we filed for the contract question though. That was crazy though. That was crazy. After hold on. Which sequence was those questions? Did he ask about the podcast question and then the contract question?
He asked about the podcast question and then he asked about the contract. The last question. You want me to get into that one? It's dirty. West Coast in the building. What's up, OG?
What's happening, West, man? But wait a minute, Malik.
He fell for it.
Bro, come on, bro.
He fell. He fell right into it. He did.
In the presence of an op. After that question,
I don't think they be knowing. Man, that's what I'm saying. They need because I'm gonna tell you how I know they don't know, bro. I'm gonna tell you how I know. Because remember, we all interviewed Terrence Williams, and I asked him. I said, "Man, who get y'all ready for these shark-infested waters?" Yeah. And he said, "Nobody." You remember that? Because I was like, you was at a strip club, and like, remember I was saying they like. And then all of a sudden it was like major media for you racing and that's nothing. I say, who prepares y'all to talk about that? He said, nobody.
See, to me, like it's like your instinct's supposed to kick in. Like, bro, we do this podcast stuff. We know we might be in an environment that we don't trust. When we go to that environment, per se, we gonna have our guards up a certain way because we already got a idea how this person or these people operate. So it's certain places we gonna go. We gonna be sharper than normal. We gonna have our guards up. We gonna already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So especially if you get an indicator question like that. If he asking me about a podcast, I would have been like, my reaction would have been something like that. And then now from that point on, my guards would have been up. My guards would have been up. Absolutely after that.
See, but you street smart though, bro. That's the difference. You very street part and you very not even street smart, you very common sense smart. You smart. You just smart. And I'm not saying they dumb. This just ain't everybody thing. Like for real, like I just noticed that when I started getting around more players, when I first jumped into this game, I started kind of watching how they move and watching what they were saying. And I was like even when you listen to him break down who should get paid first, no, sir. No. Like, why are we even talking about Zach Martin? It just showed
that deep and he got in dealt with it,
man. They got him, bro. They got him, man. He got himself. Like
you supposed to call out, like, what am I doing in the middle of that conversation?
What am I doing? What?
Time out. I gotta hit him with this joke though. Malik said he don't mess with podcasts. You was a podcaster then, sir. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yes, he was.
You did a full breakdown analysis.
He said he'd do podcasts while podcasting.
He was a straight podcaster then. He turned into a content
He was
creator.
flipping, saying, "I don't do that." Nah, you was doing that. You was doing
a full analysis, man. Go on, Malik. You was slipping in, bro.
Nah, he was just slipping, man. I know for sure he ain't nefarious. I know he ain't that tight.
Malik is a good dude, man.
That's what it was, bro. Like you know, to the pure, all things are pure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you end up being a sucker. And you not know, and it made me not like Keyshawn, to be honest, bro. I'm being all the way.
Bro, he an op for this.
Yeah, Keyshawn was being typical media, but he was doing it with kind of like hood intelligence. Like I know how to break the ice on his level. So if I guarantee, if traditional NBC media or traditional 105.3 The Fan or The Ticket, if they was talking to Malik, he ain't slipping. He already buttoned up. He already ready to go. But when boys jumping at you like, man, don't come to me with that. Man, you don't talk about another man's money. He was speaking his language. Hold on, we got us a super chat. He said, this is why I trip out. No one say a word about the Kelsey podcast or Miller podcast that he had since he played for the Broncos. It's the star, man, for sure. Yeah, it's the star. And that's the point. And that's why I say it is different. Like, of course, they don't say nothing because they're not as big and they are not gasoline. Like, the Dallas Cowboys are gasoline. Like, they always looking to spark something because it's going to go viral. It's going to make money.
Can I ask a question real quick? I'm going to ask this. Do anybody know, I know this is a weird question, but do anybody know how long Kelsey and them podcast been going on?
That's a very good question.
I think it's been on longer than Micah's, right? I'm sure, because Micah's brand new. I think Kelsey and them was on before Micah. I asked that question to say this. The very fact that Kelsey and them podcast been on longer than Micah's, right? Micah became a president of a media company off of his. Do you see how the different levels of magnitude they are?
The gasoline.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
the power of the star just shot Micah's through the roof.
Man, they can say crazy stuff all day on their podcast. Ain't nobody who even pay attention. They still got to earn it the hard way.
They yarning, right? Them boys. They yarning.
But let Micah talk like they talk.
It ain't nothing but a bunch of Swifties watching his. We got the, you know what I'm saying? It's Taylor Swift people watching Travis Kelce stuff. Micah got real people, football people, NFL people. So, of course, he gonna have to be a little more careful about what he say. And like, boss, we do this, bro. We understand that it's still a tightrope sometimes. It's certain things that we want to say that we can't say. Because we understand that we pretty much politically correctly trained ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We did it ourselves. We didn't have to get nobody to tell us. We know it's certain things that we probably shouldn't say. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just the nature of the beast. But like you said, and I just seen West Coast said it too, and that was a good point. They just basically proving that they shouldn't be podcasters and they shouldn't be talking about a lot of this stuff. They're not qualified. Just like you said, some people just like, it's just almost like I'm not qualified to be an NFL safety. Maybe Malik Hooker shouldn't be qualified to be talking on a podcast freely about his teammates.
I just think if they stick to I think they can talk about anything they want as long as they stay away from talking in any kind of negative context with a teammate.
Yeah.
And an op we go play. As long as you stay away from that, you can get your top 5. You can talk about GOATs at quarterback. You can talk about other divisions and how they probably should be ranked. You can talk about AFC. You can talk about games to watch Monday night, Thursday night. You can talk about anything. You can rank the top defensive ends. Now, if one of your ops on there, you got to know, hey, I got to make sure I throw a little sugar on this. You know what I mean?
I got a great question right now. Think about this. Answer me this. Okay, me and you came to the conclusion that the media is a big op for us, right? We know this. Okay, I think the media got so savvy, right, to the point where instead of just plain old analysts like Stephen A and Max them, they get the football players to make the players comfortable.
Right.
So I don't know if the players view the football players as the ops no more. You see what I'm saying? They slick with it. Now, instead of Malik Hooker looking at Keyshawn as a op, he looking at this Keyshawn Johnson.
He played like I played. Yep.
He's a player. He's one of us. He's in the fraternity, right? He
hood.
They might be getting slick to that point saying, okay, this is my brother. This is my fraternity brother. We are in the same fraternity. The NFL Players Association, we part of that. So I feel more comfortable talking to my brother than just the guy that's writing about us all his life. You see what I'm saying? The media is slick. But I want the Cowboys to understand this. Media is your op, especially the mainstream. The mainstream media is your ops. We are your friends. Like, we really your friends. We supporting y'all. They trying to tear you down. They want to laugh at the end of the year and say the Cowboys ain't make it. We gonna be over here just as mad as y'all. Probably madder than y'all because we lost and we ain't getting no millions for it. You know what I'm saying? We probably be madder than some of y'all. So I'm just saying, bro, we really the foundation of this team. We the fan base. We power all of this. So it's a whole different vibe when you come to new media compared to old media, because them guys don't really love or care about the team like that. Some of these dudes, it's just a job for them. You see what I'm saying? It's just a job. Like, they just clocking in, going through the motions. It's different for us.
Let me get to some more of this, man, because I'm going to be honest, it get worse.
Oh, my God.
Should they pay? You got 3-4 dudes out. I know we got to let you run, but I'm going to ask you this last question, and don't be giving me no bullshit. I don't talk about people's money and all that.
God.
Man, I hate that boy.
Oh,
I'm talking
God.
about I hate that boy because all of that was trying to break him down, bro. And Malik a good dude. He don't be giving me that bull. See, he tried the hood talking, man. That was that hood talk.
Do that not represent what I just said, boss?
Totally.
It represents that they got the players to make the players feel comfortable. Like, that's the guy. That's Keyshawn. That's not an analyst. That's Keyshawn.
Yeah, they got him. They check it out, though.
Who should they pay first, man? Who should they pay? You got 3-4 dudes out there. You got Zach Martin. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got Micah Parsons. You got Dak Prescott. Who should they address, like, right before training camp? All of them should get their money, but who should go first?
Okay, so all of them should get their money thing. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this now. Micah should be. Micah, he shouldn't be yet. I wouldn't put Micah yet.
Oh my God, he called him specifically.
I feel like Micah. I feel like we still got a lot to prove. Micah still has a lot to prove. Like, he's done a great job.
Oh, wait a minute.
I told you.
Look, this is not fabricated. This is I'm just not hearing a lot of this. Like, no lie. I haven't heard any of this. So this is real reaction in real time.
Go for it. I want to hear.
What did he just say? He said,
you want me to play it back?
Play that one more time, bro. Because I know Malik ain't slipping like this. He sat up there. Look, he paused and thought about it. Like, you still... He paused and thought about the ambush, and you still walked in there. Man, that's wild, bro. Go on, play it one more time for me, man.
Let me play this first.
Man, both of y'all shut the fuck up.
You feel me? I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
His first couple years in the league, don't get with Micah yet. I feel like Micah. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this now. Micah should be. Micah, he shouldn't be yet. I wouldn't put Micah yet. I feel like Micah. I feel like we still got a lot to prove. Micah still has a lot to prove. Like he's done a great job his first couple years in the league. Don't get me wrong. He's a fantastic player, but I feel like Micah still has a surface that he don't even know that he can scratch as far as what he's doing. So I would say Micah. I would say Micah's last, just for that reason. And I'll probably say Zach Martin would be after Micah for the simple fact of like Zach, he's done what he's done in the league, and he is who he is. Like he's gonna be there.
He put Zach Martin over Dak too.
It's so messy, bro. This is the days of our lives. You know, this the stories that grandma and them used to watch, bro. This is crazy. Like, I expected better from you, Malik. I ain't gonna lie, man. That just shows you that these are just innocent kids that just playing a sport. They just
exactly.
They just green as a green bean, man.
Boy, you said it. That's what I said. They don't know better, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
These are everyday dudes, bro. Like Malik, that type of dude that's gonna be in the barbershop just chopping it up, bro. Not looking at the details of this. Yeah.
You know me, I gotta watch for the nefarious activity. I got to. But I'm sitting up here listening to him, man. He just as green as a green bean, bro. Like, this is just innocent, just ignorance. It's innocent ignorance.
This is like, barbershop talk.
He don't even know what he's doing. He's just talking.
Yeah.
And that's sad, man. And then you got a shark like Keyshawn, who's been in the media long enough to already know what to push and what to pull, what buttons to push. You know what I'm saying? To get that viral moment. Man, Keyshawn been in the media for a long time now. He probably more of a media person than a football player at this point. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the media for a while now, if I'm not mistaken. At least a decade. So Keyshawn is very savvy in this arena now. So
I hate
that.
He's savvy.
Yeah, he's savvy in this arena now. Yeah.
He's slick with it. He's slick with it.
He just put him on.
He threw out 4 potential viral questions, hoping that one was gonna hook his chin, and he got him.
He gave him enough rope and just watched him hang himself. That's what he did, and that's sad, man.
Yeah.
And Malik just pure, like you said. He's just pure. He don't know no better. Just green.
Yeah.
Just thinking we just boys. We
boys. Yeah. We homies. Yeah. And he's setting them up the whole time. He hitting them with I ain't trying to get you in trouble, but I don't care.
Like he care about you. He
give he thought that whole sabotage through. Like he thought it through. Like I ain't gonna just ask him directly because I don't want him to see me. Like it was, you know what it was like? It was just like boss who sell crack. Like, you know what I mean? They'll give it to you on the hookup because they really want to hook you. Like it's a motive behind them giving it to you. You know, it's dirty, and it's like that's your own guy, that's your own man. He was in the frat, and he's setting you up. He like, I want to use you to go viral. I want to use you, and I got these key setup questions, and I just need you to fall for one of them. Any one of them. Because if he would have went hard on Philly, that would have been the one. If he would have been like, man, Philly, why they favored? Trash Philly. Man, why y'all keep favoring them and we keep whooping them? Like, if he would have went third, he'd have been like, yes, boss likes me. Look what I got for you, boss. Boss, I got him to talk negative about an ops like a dog.
What he did was he set all the Scooby-Doo traps You know what I'm saying? He made all the little traps that he could make, and then just sat back and watched Malik. Look, Malik over there just looking around, all innocent and shit. Then next time he fall in the hole. Like then he got back up, crawled out the hole, and then backpedaled again and fell in the same hole. Like Malik, oh man, that's bad, bro. That's bad. It's bad, man. But we got to talk about the other side of this, boss. I know we got to talk about the other side.
What?
How Micah handled it.
Talk about it.
We ain't talk about how Micah handled it. Okay, we ain't accountable now. We gotta stand on business now. We gotta stand on business.
Man, I'm ready, bro. Let's go.
Okay. Did you see how Micah tried to take the real guy role? Oh well, you could have. We locker mates. We locker mates, bro. You know what I'm saying? We locker mates.
The real guy.
We buy
Hold on, the real guy.
The real one. Like I'm better than you. That's showing superiority over your guy who you talking to. We locker mates, bro. You know what I'm saying? I see you every day.
Wait, hold on, Landlord. Wait.
You got my number. You know what I'm saying? We stay around the corner from each other.
The real guy role.
The real guy role. You got my number. You got my address. You got my email. You know what I'm saying? Your kid go to the same school as mine. Like, we know each other. Your wife know my wife. Like, bro, you could have just came to me. You know what I'm saying? That's that real guy role. He gonna show superiority over Malik because Malik didn't do what he felt like he should have done. But in this aspect, he really played himself. That's why he deleted it, man. This is why you don't do all of this on social media, because guess what, boss? Social media don't forget. Social media don't forget nothing. Man, if we had Twitter when we was 10 years old, boss, I promise you they'll be able to pull up a tweet from when we was 10. The internet don't forget, bro. So when you saying all this stuff, now people gonna come back at you and say, hey, Micah, how you gonna tell Malik that when you didn't give Tank the same respect?
And Bland.
You ain't give Bland the same respect.
Hey, Bland had an outside, Tank was out. No, Bland had and see, people thought I was tripping when I said, even if I did, don't say that, bro. Come to me. See, they thought I was they thought I was tripping when I said, bro, I would be hot. Remember? Yeah. I was saying I would be hot if he, like, even if I committed the penalty, I'd be like, bro, why you put me out there? I'm trying to get my bag.
This is
like, ain't Bland trying to get his bag? Let's talk about it from the business, though. Ain't Bland trying to get his bag? I don't need no bad PR on me, brother. Come to me. And they thought I was playing when I said that. But then, obviously, I wasn't playing because he feels that. Because he said, wish you said this to me instead of on the podcast. Well, I'm pretty sure Bland feel like that. And I'm pretty sure Tank feel like that. Like, yeah, I wish you would have came to me. Because he went off on Tank, bro. He did. He went out. Like, he went out. He was, hey, man, that's the coach I'm trying to change.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. He almost said that's what I'm trying to get rid of. Yeah.
And you sit up and represent the same thing, Micah.
So that's why everybody.
Y'all shut the fuck up.
Everybody, it needs to be a rule. Cause now you get it. Cause see, Malik, even though what he said was unwise, even though what he said probably was true to him, but definitely unwise.
Hey, listen, can I ask one question? It's gonna suck because it's gonna bring all this stuff full circle though. After we just had this big discussion and they just had this internet beef and everybody talking about Malik versus Micah, now Landlord have to sit back and ask you, do you have a problem with the podcast? Do the podcast causing any problems? I think that's a fair question now. I want to ask everybody because we've been sitting up here discussing this about a podcast.
Yes, good question.
And about people talking on what? On a podcast.
Now let's talk about it.
I want to know from the nation too, because
let's talk about it.
As the enemy when
I'm gonna say it again because I said it earlier in the show. When fans talk about it, spit on it. What that girl say? Hot two, girl. Spit on it.
We need to have her for an interview, man.
Oh man, hot two, I need you right now in my life. I need one of them hot two days. You hear me?
Man needs over there.
Man, like yes, indeed. All right, but hey, it went viral because it was true.
It was true, yeah. She ate.
Hey,
she knows something. You know what I'm saying?
She tried to school him.
Yeah, that's
pay attention, write it down, take notes. Try it. Just give it a try.
It's a family show, man.
Just try it.
This is a family show, man. Come on.
I'm trying to help my ladies keep theirs. That's all I'm doing.
True.
And I'm trying to help my guys, you know what I'm saying? If you're watching with your lady, she like, should I try that tonight? Like, yes. If you're watching by television, yes, you should. Absolutely. And it's gonna cause him to appreciate you more. Temptation is not gonna be as strong in the streets.
They got her running for president. They said,
"Hey,
for president."
She hit a nerve. She hit a nerve. Hey, somebody had me remember her when she did that. I ain't gonna lie. See, put your kids away. I'm finna just put your kids.
It's after 9 o'clock, y'all.
She made me remember her. I tell you, she hot two with me, bro. Hey. I like it though.
Memorable moment right there.
Hey, wrote the name down. Like, hey,
you got it. Hilarious.
Keeper.
Land after dark. Uncut.
Say, just free game, free 99. You hear me? We ain't even charging y'all for this. Hey, we ain't charging y'all for this. It's hot Tui. Like, come on now. Listen, can we give it to him real or not? First of all, she wasn't no looker like that should go viral. Let's keep it real. Number one, it was the fact that she was just honest when he asked, okay, what's gonna make somebody? And she said, man, you got a hot Tui.
Hey, she knows something. Everybody rock with her because she knows something.
She spoke the truth. She spoke the truth, and then somebody say, y'all, wow. Listen, I'm trying to help y'all. Matter of fact, see, ain't nobody said it like us tonight, man. We exercising our independence. Nobody told them, landlord. Nobody told them. Like, nobody actually told people why she went viral. Like, it ain't just that people creepy. It's just that it's true.
It's correct.
It's correct. All right. But how to that point? You know what I mean? Like straight up. Is one of them things. I forgot where we're going, man. You see what it did to me?
You took
my whole how to it took my whole mind, brother.
You were saying that if they was talking about some of that malicious stuff, just get it up out of here. But yeah,
what you mean? What you mean? I still forgot.
I believe if the interviewer is talking some other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or if they talking about each other, I can't remember.
I can't, man. How to it took it'll took your mind too.
I'm out of here with it, man. I'm checking out.
It'll took the whole show. You see what how to it do, ladies?
Hey, your mind somewhere else now. It's elsewhere.
It's gone. It'll take it out your brain.
Stress, worries.
But bottom line is this, man. Oh man, I'm tripping. Bottom line is this, man. It's and people go say it's the dead period, ain't nothing to talk about. Nah. This is a lesson. This is a lesson. This is a lesson of this is what you was talking about. I remember now. Thank you, Hatui. You was asking, is that podcast a mistake?
No, is it causing problems like this? Is it a problem? Yeah, is it a problem?
Yes. This why. Because your teammate said it.
Ooh. Y'all ain't gotta ask me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta believe landlord or boss. Like if the teammate saying it, I don't know.
Now he said it politically correct, but what he said was, if you have a podcast and we getting ran on, I got a problem. That's what he said. So basically,
ran on. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
We was getting ran on. That answers your question, sir.
It answered it. We got us a super chat. Yeah, I mean, I got that clip. I could play that clip, but I don't want to be demonetized. As a matter of fact, I can play the clip. Hold on real quick. I got a way to play it. That Zimmer clip. Yeah, I got that Zimmer clip. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it. Man, something going on with my allergies. It took off ever since I started talking about how to it, man.
Nah. Yeah. So.
Oh, look at this messy question. Look at this one. Watch this messy question. Hold on real quick. Give me 1 second. Play this old messy. They messy, bro.
They starting trouble.
Oh, here we go.
Malik, when you looked at the Dallas Cowboys franchise, or did you look at it like Dalton Schultz said, like a zoo? Because Dalton Schultz called it a zoo last year.
You see that question?
Wow.
You see how they try to play with you,
bro?
Was it a zoo?
Don't y'all carry y'all hands over there behind them good people no more. Don't go over there no more, man. I'm sorry. That he didn't make, like, if you think about it, what was the purpose of this interview? The purpose of this interview was all to make a viral moment and embarrass yourself.
Yep.
They didn't do anything to highlight you. They had you on there and asked more questions about other people than you. Okay. What was the purpose of this interview, sir?
See, what they did is they asked him a lot of fluff questions in the beginning. That's what they did. Like, so everything that I'm showing you is the last questions. So the first questions was to warm him up, get him comfortable, put something in his drink. Mm-hmm. So then at the end, they start hitting him with all the controversial virals. Yeah, this is that. You gonna like this one though. I got something you gonna like though this time, landlord. Watch this. You gonna like this one. I got you on this one, bro.
Let's do it.
All right, check this out. I wasn't planning on
so now you get new defensive coordinator in Mike Zimmer. You know, he sat out of coaching ball for a couple years, and he was a head coach in Minnesota, was previously the defensive coordinator in Dallas. Now he's back for a second tenure as the DC. How much you think a difference he'll make compared to what Dan Quinn was calling on defense?
I wouldn't necessarily say how much of a difference, because that they would be calling.
That was a messy question
as
too.
As the DC, how much you think a difference?
That was a messy question too.
It was messy.
He'll make compared to what Dan Quinn was calling on defense.
I wouldn't necessarily say how much of a difference, because that they would be calling. Because I mean, we are where we are. Like, we were successful in the defense we played in. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had great success and we had some downfalls in the defense. So them as coaches, I feel like, especially with the team we got, their job ain't to go and, bring a whole new XYZ or whole new system. Like, he pretty much just made it easier to the point of he's nothing less than demanding of what he wants done on the field. Like, and I feel like, I'm not saying Dan Quinn didn't do that either, because DQ, like, I love DQ. Like, we still talk to this day, man. He's one of the guys that he's a big reason why I'm here in Dallas still and why I got to Dallas.
Yeah. But
there's just there's a certain way that you got to coach certain guys. Different guys are being able to coach a certain way. And I feel like because of how player-oriented DQ was, like, guys will relate to him and he wouldn't have to coach a certain way that, Zim does now. You see what I'm saying? Like, you heard all the story. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, is Zim still quiet as a church mouse, or does he say anything? Or because he really never, man, he like, when he was my DC, quiet as a church mouse. Don't say nothing. Just kind of, approach it differently.
Yeah. And he comes in there because we're like in these first couple phases, like OTAs and whatnot. We'll have meetings, and he'll come in there. He'll talk at the beginning of the meeting, and then you won't see him again. But he'll come in the meeting room while you're in there and you're with your position coach or whatever, just to check things out. He really won't say anything then. But on the field, you're gonna get coached. He's gonna talk to you on that field, like whether you a safety, whether you're a linebacker, whatever the case may be. You're gonna come down and he's gonna coach you off. So I think that's what I love about him, as well as like I said, him and DQ are different. He's more like he gonna give you.
Here we go, landlord. Check this out.
A couple chances to mess up, but if you keep messing up, you can't get it right. I'm gonna get somebody else in there.
You notice he said him and Dan Quinn, they different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So whereas DQ was more player oriented, to if something couldn't get done right or we kept messing up on something, he would just try to, I guess, level it down to make it easier for everybody to be able to still go out.
I don't like it. Listen, player oriented is the key word here, people. That's the key word. And it ain't nothing wrong with that, but some people, listen, this team might have didn't need that. They might have did, because listen, what was one of our biggest downfalls on defense?
Discipline.
Mm-hmm. So this
and
team
and I didn't even know. I said it, you didn't even get an answer.
You see what I'm saying? This team needed somebody that was more strict. And one of the best things I liked about Zimmer coming to this team, guess what he said that won me over, at least for 1 year. Like I'm encouraged about seeing what he gonna do with his team. He said that he gonna be on the field. He said, they asked him, they said, why you gonna be on the field? He said, well, I want to see when somebody do something wrong, I want to be there to talk to him about it. Basically, he said that. So I was like, bruh, that is night and day. Because listen, guess what one thing that a player-oriented coach will do? He going to kind of try to this was basically what Malik Hooker said. He didn't want to have too much confrontation.
Oh,
that's the PC way of saying he didn't want to be having too much confrontation. Because guess what? Can y'all name a time you seen Dan Quinn chewing somebody out? I don't think I can. When y'all seen Dan Quinn chewing somebody out and we over here getting destroyed on defense, and you ain't chewed nobody out? Yikes. And listen, I've been wanting him to get up out of that booth. Because look, you can hold people accountable, but like I said, when you talk to your mama on the phone, it's different when you got to walk and look at your mama's eyes, look at your daddy's eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You can get away with it on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You like, I'll just take my cousin out on the phone. If you had to be there in the present, it's different. It hit different. So the way that Mike Zimmer is trying to coach, he gonna put accountability on them ASAP. Like, soon as they come out the field doing something goofy, you got to come see him. You see what I'm saying? You got to come see him. And look, people can say, oh, he's just a coach and we ain't got to be scared of him. Guess what? You kind of do, because he's over you. He's your superior. He controls your fate this season. He does. He can say, hey, Mike, I want you at linebacker. I don't want you playing defensive end no more. He can say, hey, I don't want you, Damone Clark. I don't want you on the field. Bye. Bring Overshawn. Bring Lua Fowl. We good. He controls all of that. So you should have a level of fear. And it sounds like Malik Hooker basically was trying to, in a PC way, to say, we kind of respect Mike Zimmer a little bit.
I see discipline coming, bro.
That's what it said.
I got some more.
Out there and do what they was going to do, but it just wouldn't be what he was asking for in that moment. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the difference for him. And I feel like even these past couple of weeks of having this new system and going out there OTAs and doing everything we've been doing, like, you can tell the difference of, I would say, discipline that we're going to be this year. Like, it's like if you watched a lot of our games, like a lot of the big games we lost, I mean, yeah, there were plays made, but a lot of the times we were shooting ourselves in the foot, you know.
He ain't lying, bro. You remember San Fran won?
Yep.
17 penalties.
How you gonna win a game like that? Not gonna happen.
jumping off sides and giving team another fresh set of first downs, or
I watch every game. You ain't talking about if I watch. I watch every game. Trust me. I watch them all. Every play. I can tell you everything that went on.
Yeah, and it's funny. I'm actually glad that we're able to talk about it because you know ball, and like a lot of people
being nice to that old boy, snaking that boy. You know ball.
That goes straight to what I was saying, bro. That goes straight to what I was saying. They look at these people like football players. They don't realize
you know ball.
Media people now.
He media now, bro. He done switched. He switched.
He's can't help but respect your elder and your fraternity brother.
It goes right to what you were saying.
He's a media guy, bro. He's a media guy.
But you think he looking at you. He was looking at him like you, but you one of us. You know, you know ball. You not like them other media guys. You not like them dudes who be kind of fat and chubby.
That's right about it. Yeah,
and the dad bites, the stat guy. No, you one of us. No, he one of them.
He's a wolf in sheep clothing. That's who
what
he is.
That's what he is. So, man, like, how would you sum this show up, bro?
Basically, man, you put it perfectly with your soundbite. Shut up. I just wish they did, because it'll be so much peaceful. It'll be so much more peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had to ask that question. I know it sucks, but it's the truth. Does the podcast cause problems? Is it a problem? Absolutely. It is what it is. You ain't heard Brock Hoffman's name in no smoke. Bruh, if you only talked about the Cowboys, nobody would care. It would not be a problem. If you just said, hey, you just interviewing players and talking about the life as being a Cowboy player, we wouldn't have no problems. But the way, the context of your show, it causes problems in the NFL. You hyping up guys that you finna play next week. Listen, think about this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. If I say my top 5 quarterbacks and I got you number 1, when we play you, how I'm gonna talk trash to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how I'm gonna talk trash to you? It ain't even gonna hit the same. You see what I'm saying? Nah, Micah. Oh, Micah, like, yeah, I'm finna do this. You ain't like that. You ain't like that. Nah, Micah, you already said I'm the best quarterback in the league. You're just talking. Hush. Your trash talk don't even hit right because you doing all of this compliments. You see what I'm saying? And then it works the opposite way when you dissing people. You adding fuel to the fire. I just don't like the context. I wish he didn't talk about the whole NFL because it don't help us at all. It only helps him be the president of a media company. That's the only person it helps. And it hurts the team more than it helps the team far as playing these opponents, in my opinion. Nobody else's. These are the thoughts of Landlord from Alabama, and I represent myself. That's my final word.
Real quick, my boy said, I'm sorry, but y'all starting to become the 3-letter networks. I understand y'all need content, but I came to you guys for substance. Boss, you been on organized football. I mean, I guess so, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's how you see it. That's fine, big dog. But I know a lot of people don't see us that way. Because, see, what we actually doing is calling out the real 3-letter networks, the FX1 guys. The guy where 4 of his questions was all set up to trick our guy. So let me put it like this. If we was truly becoming the 3-letter networks, why didn't we ask Malik none of these questions? So, like, we interviewed Malik before he interviewed Malik. He was on our podcast before he was on his podcast. So if we really becoming the 3-letter networks, then compare and contrast the questions and the football things that we discuss compared to what Keyshawn discussed.
And tell us who had an agenda and who didn't.
Yeah, it's real simple. So I don't know what you want from us, big dog, because this whole show was all geared for righteousness. That's why we really saying the right thing to do is
Both of y'all shut the fuck up.
Straight up.
That's what it is, man. We out.
Peace. Boss Land, man. Yes, sir.